Paddy Pimblett disses Ilia Topuria, saying he could still beat him. Francis Ngannou and Dana White go back and forth, and Robert Whittaker provides a massive update about his jaw. Robert Whittaker obviously fought Khamzat Chimaev this past weekend and lost in the first round, and it seemed like there was something wrong with his jaw. Some speculated he even might have broken his jaw. Then we saw pictures circulating on social media about his teeth being dented in. We saw doctors on YouTube talk about this, saying he might never even be the same. So there's a lot of worry for Robert Whittaker. However, we do have a really big update regarding the whole situation, and it's actually some good news. Robert Whittaker posted a picture of himself saying, "Thank you everyone for all the love and support. It's a tough gig sometimes, but that's the business. Big congratulations to Khamzat. He was the better man tonight, and that's all there was to it. I felt great. Everything was on point and I was ready. My jaw is good, but my teeth were moved in. It's a good excuse to fix them properly now. Haha. I'm disappointed, but I come back better from every setback and every challenge, so this is no different. I want to thank my team and everyone who supported me to get here. Time to go spend time with the family for a bit. Be back soon." So apparently this was a big weakness in Robert Whittaker's game that he never was public about for obvious reasons. Apparently the same injury happened when he fought Dricus du Plessis all the way back in July of 2023. Khamzat Chimaev also talked about the injury in the post-fight press conference. Here's what he had to say about that.
Coming here, they show it for me, but I felt something was wrong with his chin when I push it. So, but feels bad for that. So, it didn't mean to broke somebody's chin, but it's my work, you know, make somebody pain.
Francis Ngannou and Dana White continue to go back and forth. Now, obviously, the feud between Dana White and Francis Ngannou have stemmed from a long time. If you guys want to see a video about that topic, I'll make a video at some point. Let me know in the comments. But point is, Francis Ngannou left the UFC, and since then, Dana White has not been happy. And we all know Ngannou got a really big win against Renan Ferreira recently, and Dana White was, of course, going to be asked about this win, and he was asked a lot this week. First, starting at the Power Slap press conference, right, where a reporter asked about his thoughts as a fight fan about the win, where Dana White once again said that Francis Ngannou was only about the money and was scared of Jon Jones.
Francis is all about the money. Francis left because he knew that if he fought Jon Jones and didn't win, it would hurt his chances of making the money that he wanted to make. His deal was bigger here. His deal was bigger here if he stayed in the UFC. I was going to cut Francis when he lost 2 in a row. I was going to cut him.
That was after the Derek Lewis
Yeah.
fight.
Somebody around here begged me not to do it. There's a much deeper story to this whole thing, and he would have made more money if he stayed in the UFC.
Now, this really enraged Francis Ngannou, and obviously he has a lot of stuff going on. We know how important this fight was to him, so he responded and was not very happy. Matter of fact, even accusing Dana White of owing him money.
I think Dana is trying to make things up to like buy a good face in the position that he have lost. It's been what, almost 2 years, and the guy is still out there. He can't live without it. He can handle me. Like, regardless of everything that happened, I'm not about him. I went out there, did a fight, great fight for my son, memory. Which money he's talking about? The money that he owes me? They say, oh, we're gonna back pay you from the money that we owe you from the Stipe and Senegal fight. All that, they never back pay me.
And things escalated even further at the UFC 308 post-fight press conference, because Dana, of course, had to respond to Francis Ngannou's claim that Dana owed him money.
When have you ever heard a story in all the years we've been in business, even when it was upside down, where we owed somebody money? Never happened. Actually, he owes me money because we had to watch that fight with him and the Black Beast. He should actually pay me back for that fight. I didn't like Francis as a person. Wasn't a guy I wanted to do business with. My boys were telling me he's misunderstood. And I told them, when somebody shows you who they are, believe him. Plays the good guy. I don't understand the language, and so he seems like he's a nice guy. He's not. And he's just not a guy that I wanted to be in business with.
I mean, Dana actually went off. Like, this is some serious beef. The two do not like each other. It has only gotten worse and worse. If anything, I feel like Dana White is helping promote Francis by hating him so much, honestly. But at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of talk back and forth. We need to see some receipts. That's just what we need to see. I know Francis Ngannou has threatened to release the numbers. I'm hoping that is a threat that comes through. I mean, I would not be surprised if this week things really pop off where Francis Ngannou maybe exposes Dana White. But I gotta say, I really doubt that Francis was scared of Jon Jones, and I think Dana White needs to come clear, like, what is this story that he's hinting to? Why is Francis, quote-unquote, a bad guy? Why did he want to cut him a long time ago? It just seems there's a lot up to interpretation right now, and it just seems like a he said, she said situation, but I tend to side with Ngannou. I think Ngannou really has no reason to lie, and I find it hard to believe him, of all people, is scared of Jon Jones. But let me know who you guys think is right in the comment section below, and also hit the subscribe button, guys, please, and hit the notification bell. It really helps with the algorithm. But also at UFC 308, we saw Alexander Volkanovski on the sidelines, and here's a a clip of him, you know, congratulating Ilia Topuria's family. I just thought it was a good clip. Volkanovski is such a good guy, as we all know. Sean O'Malley also reacted to the fight, posting on Instagram a video of him recreating that Conor McGregor face-off video, pacing back and forth in front of his TV, pretending like he was gonna fight Ilia, just like Conor McGregor did against Max Holloway. And speaking of people wanting to fight Ilia Topuria, the top story I wanted to talk about is Paddy Pimblett, right? Paddy Pimblett back in the news. Paddy Pimblett still believes he could beat Ilia Topuria. Now, I know it's funny to think about right now, but there was a certain point in time a couple years ago where this seemed like the fight to make. It seemed like the obvious fight. I think there's a video of me online saying that they should make the fight next at some point. Obviously did not age well, seeing where Ilia is, saying where Paddy is. One is very much more respected than the other. It all started at UFC London back in, I believe, 2022 even, where Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett got into some sort of altercation where, you know, Paddy Pimblett threw a hand sanitizer bottle at Ilia Topuria, and since then the two have been going back and forth trying to get each other's attention, trying to get a fight going. At the UFC 282 press conference, both of them went back and forth, you know, trying to, you know, face off with one another, and Paddy Pimblett reacted to the fight on his YouTube channel, claiming, yes, he could still beat Ilia Topuria.
Heavy. Hand sanitizer boy with the win. Heavy. Well done, Ilia. Give you his you, lad. 16-0. Hand sanitizer boy. Can't wait for him to come back up to lightweight. Still think I'd beat him. I really do. I still think I'd beat him, lad, whether he's just beat Max Holloway or not. I still think I'd beat him, lad, by kicking him on the feet or taking him down or submitting him. I genuinely think I'd beat him, but congrats, Ilia Topuria.
Now, as crazy as this sounds, I mean, look, Paddy Pimblett is a good grappler. I think if he was going to win, I think the best chance would be trying to take him down, but I just think Ilia Topuria is just too good of a mixed martial artist. We saw even Bryce Mitchell struggle to hold him down at all. And of course, Paddy Pimblett does have a big size advantage, right? He's a lot taller. He is probably stronger too, but Ilia Topuria has a good ground game. He also has great power, great boxing. And I'm just imagining, like, do you guys think that it's at all possible that we see Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett fight, you know, double champ, Paddy Pimblett as a lightweight champion, Ilia Topuria as a featherweight champion? I really doubt that Paddy Pimblett becomes a lightweight champion anytime soon. But if he did, I mean, the two got history. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I think on a scale of 1 to 100, like, what's the percentage of this thing happening? I'd probably say like 2%. Like, I don't think that this thing would ever happen because I don't think Paddy's gonna get that far to be a champion, especially seeing who the top of the division is. But let me know in the comment section below who wins that fight and how does the fight go. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best fan base in MMA. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.